Hello everybody, this is your old friend RJ City, and today we'll be watching the trailer to 1977's Fire. And again, it has an exclamation mark in the title because it is an Irwin Allen disaster film. It is a TV movie, originally ran on NBC in a 2-hour format, then was cut to 90 minutes and run alongside the trailer we watched last week, which of course was Flood. I'm noticing a lot of similar themes. The disaster, the exclamation mark. However, apparently this one stars Ernest Borgnine, who of course starred in Irwin Allen's classic, The Poseidon Adventure. So I'm all buckled in for some Borgnine and some fire. So without any further ado, let us watch the trailer to 1977's Fire.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Oh God. It's the same thing.
For the first time, a motion picture captured the overwhelming sensation of a blazing hell
First time
in Fire. Ernest
Yes.
Borgnine,
What's up? Come on, get everybody
There's
out
a
here.
fire.
Let's go.
Okay.
Vera
Not
Miles,
bad.
Open this door!
It's
Open
just all
it!
fire.
Patty Duke
Patty
Aston,
Duke.
We can't wait any longer for the
Very
helicopter.
good.
Well, then we're gonna have to make it out on our own.
Alex Cord,
Okay.
I've got casualties in this truck.
Donna Mills.
Just dead people.
Judy, where are you?
The story of a blazing holocaust that could destroy all life
is
within
that word?
hundreds of miles.
Fire. Seems like it was inadvertently started a forest.
Blows the whole town will burn.
Okay, I'm understanding now. Fire.
Fire.
That old lady had to get out of the way.
Fire!
And one more time.
Fire!
Thank you. Well, that was pretty much to the point of what to expect. It seems like it was inadvertently started. Somebody was walking through the woods, maybe smoking a cigarette. It's really an anti-smoking. This is when the tide started to turn against smoking. And he was just walking through the woods and he was all sad and he put it out but didn't really put it out. Didn't do the hard enough stamp on it. And it started this whole thing. Went up a tree. And then that tree fell over and caught the brush. You know, it's so dry there. The fire marshals, the park rangers have to make sure they sweep the floors of the forest. Ernest Borgnine, you don't know what his role is other than an Ernest Borgnine character, just trying to save people. Does he work at the park? Is he indeed a ranger? A guy who helps organize picnics? It's not quite clear, but he knows that this fire is going to get out of control. Maybe as a child he played with fire, and now this is all coming back to haunt him and connect him with his father or something. There's a woman named Martha, and you know that because Ernest Borgnine yells, "Martha, we got to get out of here." There's a fire. How big is this forest? Is the whole city in a forest that, like, they can't leave? Seems to be a lot of people in this, quite frankly, ugly forest. It's very damp. It's very gray. There's, like, no sunlight. Like, it's not like it's a big picnic town. It's not like it's Central Park or something in a big fire. You know, it's like, what are you all doing in the woods? You're just walking amongst the trees. You don't have any blankets or supplies with you. If there was no fire, what would you people have been doing? I don't quite understand. Patty Duke Aston is here. It was her Aston era, which is also very exciting to see. She's also a person who is running away from the fire. Doesn't seem to be too much conflict here between people. This is strictly man versus nature, Borgnine versus Earth, really. Certainly in the last film they did Flood, which worked very well for that trailer. This one is also, I think, even better because people do have a tendency to yell fire, you know, not so much flood. People, if you're in a movie theater, somebody yells flood, I really, what the fuck are you talking about? You yell fire, I'm headed for the door. It's an effective title, I would say. Borgnine looks great here. Looks to be the time of year is like, well, it's got to be dry. So I'm thinking late August at the earliest, maybe a September, October, November. Maybe we're deep into fall. Borgnine has a nice, like a beige jacket going on. I think we're in the beginning of fall here, which prevents him from sweating, glistening sweat like he did in the Poseidon Adventure. So I'm going to take a couple points off for that. And then there's just some of the fire looks kind of small. Like when they have to shoot it low, they're trying to make the flames look as big as possible because the flames are not that big. If they had an aerial view, if it was like a drone, a helicopter shot of a fire, then you'd be like, this is a tremendous fire. But I think it was really, really small. And then they thought, how do we make this look? How can fire attack people? And then that one lady, who I believe was the character of Martha, was yelling, open that door, open that door. And I have no idea who she's yelling at because it's literally a wall of fire behind her. Maybe the fire is sentient. Maybe the fire can hear you and responds to you. Maybe the fire is, a ghost of someone that has been wronged and it's set out to attack this town. Is it a town? It's just a forest with a lot of people in it. And I don't know. I wasn't crazy about flood. And now here I'm sitting with fire. And there's things I want to like about it. But then there's things I don't. Because it's like, for the first time ever, you see fire. I'm like, motherfucker, you're the same guy who made the towering Inferno. Is an Inferno different than a fire? Explain this shit to me. Because there was a lot more explosions and fire in a movie not called Fire. There was more fire in the fucking Poseidon Adventure, which is about water. So, I don't know what to tell you here. You could have ramped up the fire. I know it was a TV movie, but I think it would have been better off if you had just titled it Borgnine. Because now I will not be watching this film in full.